Hi there. In today's video, I want to address the mid-career rut, which is a very real phenomenon experienced by women working in majority male industries whose careers get capped at mid-career without opportunities for progressing into senior leadership. If this is something that you are experiencing personally, then I encourage you to watch this video. This is for you. My name is Aishwarya Rajmohan, and I am an executive coach and speaker supporting women working in majority male industries with building the confidence to take their careers and businesses to the next level. Now, this mid-career rut goes by many fancy names. Some people call it the mid-career plateau, or the broken rung, or the frozen middle. It essentially is what the label says it is. Your career starts to stagnate at mid-career and you don't seem to be able to progress. There seems to be a ceiling on how far you can progress. Now, if you are going through this, please don't feel any embarrassment or shame around this or feel less than. This is not uncommon. I've spoken to many women who approach me for coaching with this very same thing. And I just want to say, what makes it very frustrating and disappointing is not just the lack of a title, the lack of development and growth opportunities, the lack of knowing the lack of opportunities rather to know what it is to lead as a senior leader, to lead bigger projects and bigger teams, have a bigger profile in your industry and in your company. And let's not forget the financial compensation that has to go along with a more senior role. All of those things are missing. But from working with women who've gone through this, I will tell you that the most frustrating and disappointing thing is that they are often left with no clue about why this is taking place in their careers. They are given no roadmap of what they need to do or develop in order to get that promotion to senior leadership eventually. So that's the hard thing to deal with because they have done everything and you probably are doing everything. You're working really hard, doing what's expected of you, and you are delivering your projects perfectly. So you are at a loss somewhat. You don't know what it is will do the trick. Now, I want to share one or two insights about the mid-career rut that it's not just a you thing, right? Let's acknowledge that the status quo has a part to play. There might be biases against women being seen as ideal candidates for leadership, and there is also the societal expectations that are placed on women in mid-career, especially those who have just started or grown their families. So all of these things also contribute to making that stage really difficult and progression beyond it also equally difficult. Now, even with all of that, there are women who have progressed and who have gone on to have very lucrative, successful careers as senior leaders. And this is what I want to help you with. I want to help as many women like you to get into the senior leadership role, and it benefits the industry because that's what helps to reduce the gender pay gap eventually. So this month I am launching a program called the Power Pose, which is for women in mid-career who have encountered the mid-career rut and now are determined to step out of it. You're ready to do whatever it takes. Now, this is a 6-month program. There is a commitment for that long because there are certain things that you need to do, develop, project yourself differently in order to give you a better chance of being seen as the right candidate for senior leadership. And I help you build all of that. So if this is of any interest, there's a link in the description below to the Power Pose program, and I encourage you to simply book a call with me in the first instance. Let's find out where you are, what your ambitions are, and whether this program would be a good fit. It's a no obligation call, which means that you can choose or not if you want to go ahead. But the important thing is you get an insight of what it is that your story might be, what it is that you might need to develop in order to progress further. Because in my experience, there's a real difference between being at this mid-career level and then projecting yourself for the next one. So I invite you to book a call if this is in any way speaks to you, and let's get to the bottom of what will help you get into that senior leadership role and the promotion that you've been waiting for so long. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.